We have two stories here for you. Mom sees blisters. Yeah, get ready to not leave your child with anyone anymore. Mom sees blisters on baby's feet, furious to learn babysitter's sick secret. And Muslim scam, $7.2 million in welfare fraud. Judge has 4 terrifying words for him. But let's get to the important one here. Babies cry. It's what they do. Most sane people handle that fact of life rationally rather than resorting to horrific violence. In Bladensburg, Maryland, babysitter Ismelda Ramos Mendoza put a crying child's feet on a hot frying pan, causing severe blisters, burns, and swellings. The local authorities were called on Saturday to the district's local children's hospital where the 6-month-old infant was being treated for several foot burns. After a quick investigation, Mendoza was charged with child abuse, reckless endangerment, and assault due to the baby's injuries. The parents of the infant said that they believe Ramos Mendoza harmed their daughter while she was babysitting. Detective Corporal Charles Earl was assigned to the case and took Mendoza in for questioning. At first, the babysitter tried to make unbelievable excuses, claiming that the infant's feet may have rubbed across a tortilla. After trying to pass this lie to the police several times, she finally caved in, and confessed that she had become frustrated because the baby was crying too much. Out of frustration, she placed the baby's feet on the grill or pan she was cooking tortillas on, Corporal Earl stated. The woman was arrested and entered into custody, where she's currently being held without bond. There was no attorney listed for her, and that's good. According to the police, the pictures of the burns and swellings on the baby's feet are horrendous, and it's not hard to imagine who would ever think of harming an innocent child, especially an infant. Babies cry, and if it frustrates you, you shouldn't be a caretaker. Ramos Mendoza has been babysitting locally in Maryland for over 2 years now. Now police are going to other families she's worked for, asking them if their children were harmed in any way while the heinous woman was alone with them. She tried to play it off as innocent. So what other accidents? She tried to play it off as an accident. So what other accidents did she inflict on other children that made her frustrated or angry? This woman deserves to be in prison for a very long time. Harming a defensive child is one of the worst crimes you could ever commit. This is the kind of evil that happens in our world and to our children as liberal ways continue to sink in. It is proof positive that we need to support Trump and reverse the direction this country has taken over the last 8 years. What do you think about this woman's abuse of this innocent baby? Please comment below and let us know what you think. Also, share this with your friends on Facebook and Twitter so everybody knows what's going on with these babysitters. Let's get to the next story. That's the kid. Can you believe it? Look at her. Monster. Let's go to this monster. I remember his face for some reason. I seen that guy's face. Why does it look familiar? Our nanny state is completely out of control. Alright, what the hell does that mean? As welfare fraud continues to run rampant, it's hard to believe liberals are still in gross denial of the facts. 2 Muslim retailers, Mohammed Shaif and Mohammed Samad, both pled guilty to wire fraud and conspiracy to commit food stamp fraud. The sentencing judge ordered each of them to serve 18 months in prison. Each man was tried and convicted in separate cases, which proceeded simultaneously. The details of the case are similar. The judge convicted both men on the same charges, and they were each found guilty of illegally exchanging food stamp benefits for cash. The Supplementary Security Assistance Program, SNAP, or food stamps, is a welfare program designed to help low-income individuals obtain a more nutritious diet. In Maryland, where the retailers operated, welfare recipients received an electronic benefit card that is similar to a debit card. However, unlike a debit card, the benefits can only be used to purchase items deemed to have nutritional value from approved retailers. Shafiq and Samad owned 4 grocery stores each in Maryland. They'd both been approved by the state to participate in SNAP and were allowed to accommodate welfare recipients who visited their stores by accepting their debit-like SNAP cards. Instead of providing only the state-approved food items, these two Muslims exchanged cash for SNAP benefits. They gave welfare recipients half the value of their benefits in cash instead of food. Essentially, they acted as a shady ATM for SNAP participants. Both men told the court they were fully aware they were committing fraud. Once again, they have another case of Muslims thinking they're above the law. I don't really think it's a Muslim thing. It's just a dumb, idiot, criminal thing. This isn't a Muslim ad, really. They shouldn't be saying Muslim in this so much. The electronic benefits card were designed to help curtail government waste and cut down fraud, but they're frequently abused. In this case, the store owners fabricated transactions and rang in false orders at varying times to give the appearance of a typical customer behavior. Over the course of 6 years, the two retailers were caught scamming the SNAP program for $3 to $5 million and $3 to $7 million. Each guy had a different number. They were also able to profit from the food items the government provided them, reselling them to them later to the customers. In this lucrative scheme, the store owners were able to receive up to 4 times the value the money they gave to welfare queens who were abusing their benefits. This disgusting scheme is growing more popular, and criminals across our nation are stealing millions from taxpayers. It's impossible to make sure 100% of the state's welfare funds are used for their intended purpose, at least right now. Thankfully, President Trump is